Grand Rising, wonderful souls. Welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading, on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back. My lovelies, nice to see you. I have some messages that came through, and I've got that song by, had to write it down, by Braulio Falcon, El Alfa, El Jefe, and it's called Doggy Doggy. Ticky tick tack, doggy ticky 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 ticky. And you know, everyone does stuff like that dance to it as well. That song came out, okay? That song is in my mind going over and over and over. And you have online haters, and it says, who do you think you are? Assumptions that you do not love your parents, or you're disrespectful to your parents, or you're not a good parent. And I had someone come through and say, spare me your whining. Stop moaning, stop whining. But I'm not getting that someone here is whining or moaning. I feel like whoever it is that is watching you online, they're either watching, like, they're listening to podcasts, or they're reading your blogs, or you may be, you know, a content creator like me. And there's parts where you are being very vulnerable in the way that you connect with your audience. So it could be, for example, we're reading tarot and something comes up that's quite painful. And say I put in an experience that I had. Whoever it is watching is going, oh my gosh, look at this person whining. Oh, well, you had bad things happen to you. That's the energy that I'm getting. These people do not know how to be vulnerable and how to be comfortable in that vulnerability. So they find it very difficult to watch you do it so comfortably. And I heard you had to work through that. You had to work through that, and they don't have that internal strength. So there's a bit of jealousy here. I also got 5 babies, or someone has a really big family, or someone's planning to have a big family. And then I got land in the box. There's something about doing like, there's something about like a cycle, like constantly going through the same thing and wanting to land in a specific way and they're not able to. Then blue cars or bluebirds are really important. The colour blue is going to be really important. Your throat chakra at the moment, and I had strengthening your voice box, your larynx, the muscles around here. Maybe doing something to do with the nerve. You've got a massive nerve that goes all the way down here, haven't you? I can't remember what it's called. Doing certain exercises, like, you know, singers when they warm up their throat and they go, la 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 la. There's something here with you needing to do this, or someone needing to do this. And then the song by Miley Cyrus that I have never heard of came through, and I wrote down the lyrics, and it was, I know I used to be crazy, I know I used to be fun, you say I used to be wild, I say I used to be young. You tell me time has done changed me. That's fine. I've had a good run. I know I used to be crazy. That's because I used to be young. So there are online haters. Yeah, there are people that knew you from a long time ago. And there's something here about you've changed. They don't like that you've changed. They can't fit an identity to who you are now because they are basing their perception off of who you used to be. And maybe you were wild, maybe you were for the streets, maybe you went out partying at 3 a.m. and went home with, Tom, Dick and Harry. Who cares? You know, we evolve, we become better human beings, because my personal opinion is that those who go out and sleep with loads of different people are insecure at some point because they're looking for something, okay? So I'm not going to judge someone who does that. But at the same time, if that's the only thing you're doing in your life, if you hit like 50 and you're still doing that, come on, there are parts of you that need to be healed that you need to look at, okay, to fill that void. Now I'm hearing that Martina, what's her name? Melanie Martinez, Void, the song Void, got to fill that void. But this song, this song with Miley Cyrus, this is somebody who knew you back in your wild days. Maybe when you were younger, you were a partier. And this person doesn't understand how you've changed, or they are judging you on how you used to be, going, oh, so you think you're all nice now, but I knew you when you were back then. Everybody has a past. Everyone has a history. So what? So what? If somebody decides that they no longer want to take substances, you know, are you going to judge somebody who used to be an alcoholic who's now been a year sober because they've tried their hardest and they're showing up for themselves? Are you going to judge somebody who, let's say, for 5 years of their life was addicted to heroin, and they got themselves clean and they don't take anything, and 10 years go past, and people that they used to know that used to do the same thing, who probably are still doing the same thing, are going, oh, you think you're nice, to you? I remember what you were like when you were down in the gutter. I remember when you would go in and rob things from your parents' house to get blah, 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 blah. But that's who they used to be. They've actually pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and gone, do you know what? I want a better life. I deserve a better life, and I need to forgive myself and move on. And you've got online haters here who are making assumptions about who you are now because of who you used to be. No. Okay. Now, what else came out? Now, you have also, I had the saying separating the wheat from the chaff, or the chaff, but it was more to do with people, the difference between a witch and a high priestess, or a witch and a high priest, okay? And the difference in my eyes and what the divine was trying to tell me was that you will have those who do spell work, and, and they will go, but there's no such thing as karma. What are you talking about? But you're forgetting that karma is a universal law. And there are many different universal laws. There's the law of assumption, there's the law of manifestation, there's the law of attraction, there's a law of karma, there's all these different laws. And you have somebody here who is sitting here judging you for who you are now, who will quite happily use the law of manifestation or attraction, but then they don't want to agree that the law of karma or any of the other ones are actually a thing. And it's because they are the ones that are doing things that are to hurt others for their benefit. Because it says here, those who respect the universal laws and those who pick and choose which ones to believe in. Difference between a witch and a high priestess, taking responsibility for actions. Karma isn't real, but it is. Okay. And there was also this message of what you feel passionate about can also be a trigger. So if anything comes up in this reading, or just in life, and you get triggered by it and you're like, excuse me, actually, that is your kind of shadow saying this is a trigger for a reason. There's something here, because I've always got het up about, and I don't know why, I've always got het up about people who say that karma isn't real. And I think it's because take responsibility for your actions. I've always been like that since I was young. And I think that is all my Virgo placements. It's just my Virgo placements. I like to do things by the book. I like to see order. And knowing that there is a universal order and law to things, and there are people that misuse them or abuse them and then go, yeah, but nothing bad's happened to me. But, and for some reason it came through, someone here hexed a boyfriend in high school. One of these people, yeah, that is watching online, or one of their friends that they've made since going into like witchcraft and like that kind of practice, they hexed a boyfriend in high school or when they were very young because this person didn't want to be with them anymore, and it has been kicking them in the butt ever since. Okay, and I'm hearing like 20 years going, 10 to 20 years going, and this person is ignoring the signs that that's actually karma kicking their butt, because there's something about someone's health declining. It doesn't have to be theirs, it could be loved ones. So that one of their cats died, or one of their cats got really, really sick. This person is picking and choosing what things they want to believe in, and then ignoring the warning signs that they're getting from the universe that this is a kickback, okay? And I don't know why that needed to come through. Okay, so let's start. Let's see what wants to come through about these onlines. And you've got Fool coming up here. Fearlessly revealing emotion helps people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So this is the thing as well. This, what you feel passionate about, can also be a trigger. There's somebody who watches you, okay, or listens to your blogs, or sees your artwork, or whatever it is that you do that is your passion's lead, that in some way is shown to a broader audience, is triggering this person. It's triggering them hard, okay, because this, what you feel passionate about, can also be a trigger. This person is passionate about, well, how is it that blah, 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 and see how they're talking, but they're talking from their own wound. Okay, you trigger this person, because it says using humour to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. So this person don't like the fact that they're now realising, and they're in denial that they are the witch, you are the high priestess. And they're the chaff, you're the wheat. There's a difference here. There's a massive difference, and it's because with this emotional truth, you are vulnerable with who you are. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in every single post that you're putting up or every blog that you're crying into the microphone. It's not about that. It's about having the maturity and comfortability in your own skin to be like, I'm angry, I'm going to show my anger. I'm upset, I'm going to have a cry. Or, you know, this thing hurt me and I can actually open up and talk about this because we're talking about healing. I'm happy, so I'm going to be joyful. And just feeling the feels and feeling comfortable in feeling all those feels. And this person doesn't like that you do this because they can't, or they don't want to look at themselves, because looking at themselves means taking responsibility for co-creating the wounds that they have. Wow. And then you've got, yeah, look, network is upside down, and it says here, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear or falsehood. This person has been speaking your name. They've been speaking ill about you, I heard, for years, for such a long time. Who do you think you are? Assumptions that you do not love your parents, spare your whining. Something else that come up that I didn't see here, it said, get ready, pack your suitcase. Somebody here, you're about to go traveling. I had multiple holidays. Okay, and then you've got prostitute in reverse, and it says here, places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. You have somebody here that this online hater is, this is someone that you know. This is definitely someone that you know. You may not speak to this person anymore. You may have not spoken to this person in a very long time, but you still may have their number in your phone. Or you may still be friends with them on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? But this person is really trying to hold on to who you used to be, the messy individual you may have been, you know. And like I said before, at the end of the day, we all have past, we all have history, and we shouldn't be judged on that, especially if in present, we are not the person that we used to be. We have, for some, it may be repented. Some people may have, you know, cleaned their act up, whatever it is for you. This person is proper holding on to that, but they're trying to tell other people. They want other people to see you in a past version of who you were when you weren't at your best, when you weren't at your greatest, when you were fumbling in the dark, and maybe you haven't had a spiritual awakening yet and you didn't know what that was, you didn't know who you were. Okay, and this person or people, I'm getting there is a main one who's doing this, and there's other people around them that are like their yes men, and I'm getting they're smoking quite a lot, like 420 supporters. They're smoking quite a lot, and my accent is changing, and I've noticed that. I am going back to how I used to speak when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, I am from an area in North London, and I can tell I'm being pulled back to that time. So I know who these are for me. I know exactly who you are. You forget that I'm a high priest and you are just the witch. You forget that, right? I see you. I know exactly who you are. Oof. Okay. But here you've got conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. They're sitting around smoking and talking about, I keep hearing talking about money. They're talking about money. Because you have prostitute coming out here, yeah? Because the light attribute says accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating power of your spirit. They're fully aware that you won't bend or break. And I feel like at some point, these people they weren't expecting you to act the way that you did when you went through some sort of turmoil or some sort of tower, and it may have left you with like really small finances, or you may have had to use food banks, or something just went wrong, okay? And I heard at their hands, they were helping out with this. They were enjoying watching this as well. And when I say watching, I don't know if you were close to them at the time, if you still lived in the same hometown as them, or if they were just watching online to see whether or not you were posting as much as you were, or if when you were posting, you weren't as chipper and as happy and as, you know, high vibing. But I'm getting that these people were watching this. They wanted to see whether or not you would retaliate with the same vibrations that they were sending you. And over time, where they've been sending stuff, and I'm getting a lot of evil eye energies coming through. But I heard light a candle, there's other things as well. Over time, they have realized that there is a difference between you and them. And it really bugs them. It flipping bugs them. because they really had you down as being in the same vibrations, the same low vibrations as them. Gossip queen, I heard. Gossip queen. Yeah. Telling everyone that you're a fake healer. Telling everyone that you don't actually have the gifts that you have. Okay? And you also got here taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. They were telling people that you were like a charlatan. All right? You may not even be in the industry of healing. That may not even be your job. You may naturally just be a healer. There's something to do with your throat chakra, and we had said before with like blue cars, blue birds in your throat chakra. The way that you speak, I feel like I am talking to the collective of sirens, people whose voices, I heard your blueprint. It's in your blueprint. Your throat chakra is really important. Please have a look at where Gemini is in your birth chart or in your natal chart, okay? I heard a healthy sized what? A healthy sized throat. Someone has a healthy sized throat. Something to do with your throat chakra. Now, what we have here is student and rebel, and they're both in reverse, okay? And it says here, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So you have somebody who was I feel like they were trying to learn something to catch up with you, but they wanted to take shortcuts. They didn't want to do the healing. They didn't want to do the, you know, going through those dark nights of the soul, having those spiritual awakenings. You know, all of that stuff is arduous, and it's hard, and it's painful, and it's emotional, and there's this roller coaster, and they didn't want to do that. They'd rather mock you for talking about it and being really open with it, and they don't like that you are inspiring others. They don't like it, so they took a shortcut in some way. All right, they're messing around with the wrong energy, and I mean that in so many different ways. They're messing around with the wrong energy in that they're playing with dark energy. They're being mentored by the wrong people, and they're coming after people with pure souls who have ancestors and protection on their team that does not play about. And I was getting the message before in a reading saying that your guides or your ancestors are just saying, hun, pass the baton over. You're doing enough grounding. You've done enough grounding. You've done enough kind of like just praying. Now you need to give it up to God, or you need to give it up to your protectors so they can send it back in any which way that they see fit, okay? Someone needs to be put in their place is what I'm hearing. And you've got here rebel, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. That's what I mean. This person is talking about you for clout. They're doing it for like attention. And it's almost like, yeah, you know that person? I used to hang around with them. Do you want to hear about this person? This person has got pick-me vibes. Pick-me vibes, okay? Rejects legitimate authority out of anger. They don't like that you have authority. It's not even that you have authority over them, because you probably don't even know this person anymore. And I heard they haven't changed that much. You've also got Femme Fatale, but it's come out in the light attribute, which says, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. This is really giving me like someone you knew from your childhood growing up. But this energy here with Femme Fatale, this is talking about a Kundalini arising. This is also talking about when we feel rejection. Like when you go and ask someone out for a date, irrespective of gender, and they're like, I'm not feeling you, and you're kind of like, oh my God. That kind of rejection, it could be a breakup or a separation. This energy here is about how you open your heart to heal that, to feel that, okay? Rejection sucks. It absolutely sucks. However, if you never ask, if you never take that risk, you'll never know. And isn't it better to kind of, you know, follow your heart? And if the other person is like, I'm not feeling you, or you're in a relationship and you're ready for that relationship to end, but it's painful, you have to follow your own path. You have to lead with your intuition. And someone's done this, but I'm getting here. Look, you got healer upside down. You have somebody here who does love spells of some sort, or they've gone to somebody who does love spells, or they wanted to learn. There was something about heart manipulation, and it went wrong for them, and it really pissed them off. Excuse my language. You've got his servant, queen, and gossip. Okay. Because servant in the reverse says using a lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. So you have somebody who sits at home, who probably has lots of their own creative skills, their own, because everyone has divine gifts, all right? It's not just the chosen few. Everyone has divine gifts. Everyone has psychic abilities. It is whether or not you water your own garden, you plant that pentacle and work on that, because your psychic gifts are like a muscle. Look at mine. I have to, I've only just started working out. It's going to take time before that muscle becomes really, really strong. And it's exactly the same. And I'm sorry for shaking my bingo rings. I just realised what I did. But it's going to take time for your psychic gifts, for your third eye to open, for you to trust yourself. And this person here, rather than doing all of that work, they'd rather take shortcuts, and then they're annoyed that you're healing, that you've moved on. I don't understand this person. Using a lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with their life. This colour being in purple as well. That's what they did with student there as well. They tried to take something from you psychically, or they tried to light a candle and do something, and then they were really angry that it didn't work, because they just think it's like watching, when you watch like the film Hocus Pocus, and I don't mean the new one, I mean like the old one, or any kind of like film about witches. Like even when you think of The Craft, okay, if you have not seen The Craft, go and watch that film. I love it. But they're all sitting there and they're like, we just need we need a fourth person to come in, because we've got air, we've got earth, we've got fire, we just need water. And they find this person, they sit down and they just say these things, and then lightning cracks and oh my gosh, now they've got powers. That's not how it works. And someone is watching films like this, or they've been coached in some way and they've been told this is easy peasy, all you've got to do is ABC, put some bay leaves in there, light the candle, bam, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you get what you want. That's not how it works. And this is the reason why you get so many people who are baby witches, or those who are just starting on their journey, who can get really frustrated or can be left without any protection because they want to skip to the end. You go on TikTok and you will see, witch talk of them going, all you need to do is get this bottle and that and light it and you're done. And it's like, what are you doing? It takes time. You have to heal. You have to do that work. Otherwise, you will always just be a basic witch rather than a high priest or high priestess. This is what this person is finding out, and they flipping hate you for it. I don't like that word, but there is a very strong, aggressive energy coming from this person towards you, and they're trying to instill it in the people around them. This Femme Fatale as well, in the reverse, the Femme Fatale says inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So there may have been this want or will for you to be seen like this by others, and you aren't, okay? Someone here is naturally just sexy, okay? Someone alludes that kind of sensual energy because they like themselves, because they've taken time to like themselves. We all end up with trauma, we all end up with pain, we all end up with scars, but most of us, the people that do the work, end up with scars, and then we work on that scar tissue. The ones that don't and want to skip to the end, just put a band-aid or a plaster over a broken bone or over a massive wound, and then wonder why they're not getting the results they want, wonder why they're still in the same cycles they are, and this person doesn't like the fact that you are aware of this. There's no way that they can come in and do anything to you because you're too protected and because you see them. You literally see them. Like, I know who it is for me. I see you, I know who you are, and you're not worth my time. And I actually say that with love. Go heal yourself. Literally go heal yourself. You've got on here Queen, and it says in reverse, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Okay. And then Gossip. And Gossip came out in the upright, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honouring trust. I have a feeling that whoever it is that is your online hater, the people around them are falling away from them or are kind of distancing themselves a little, because with this Gossip on here, Femme Fatale and then Healer in reverse, they were trying to create some sort of illusion of who you were or who you used to be. And the people that were online haters, well, they've got to be online stalkers. They've got to be watching whatever it is that you are creating, whatever you're doing. And whatever you're doing is healing others, okay? Because this opens your heart when your dependency is rejected, awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honouring trust. It's literally just saying, we're all human, okay? None of us are born perfect. And I don't claim to be perfect in any way, shape or form. And I'm sure that many of the people that resonate with my readings don't resonate, you know, don't claim to be perfect either. And there's no such thing as perfection anyway. Whoever it is that has been pushing and goading other people to watch and is trying to paint this picture of who you are, they've watched you, they've seen your posts, they've listened to your blogs, and it's actually hit something for them, and it's helping them to actually heal certain bits within themselves. Because rather than this gossip turning into thrives for power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences, they may have sat there before and been like, yeah, look at that person, oh my gosh, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Watch her waist. Or, you know, oh, have a look, is that person sick? Have they got a spot on their face like you said they would? Or blah, 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 blah. They're actually seeing that you're a kind soul. They're actually seeing that you are a human being like everybody else. And whatever it is that is being projected towards you is actually coming from this single person. It's coming from one person. Confirmation right there. And here you have, it says advocate, advocate in reverse, and it says embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. People are moving away from this person. People are moving away from them. Which one do you want me to take? I think I should. Have a little bit of my coffee. It's the confirmation for someone to go and get yourself a nice warm drink or something. I want to say a comfortable drink, so maybe it's soul food. I heard take care of yourself, and that can be in any way, shape or form. If you want to have some ice cream and you've been on that diet, do it. I had a donut today. I had a big fat donut, and I'm on the keto diet. Threw it out the window today. I wanted to have a big fat donut, and it was the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. Seriously. Now you got on here. Acts, break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment and abandonment, and it's upside down. Whoever this person is, this online hater, this person has abandonment issues. They very much have pick-me energy. Very much have pick-me energy. Why have we been told to focus on this? Where do you want me to put it up there? Ooh, they're trying to keep attachments to you. They're trying to keep attached. They want to get into your energy in some way. They want to know how you do something. And everything fell on the floor. And look, you've got separation here. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. This is someone who tried to bind something to you. Because I did say about love spells, someone may have tried to do a love spell on you. And that love spell didn't work. It literally didn't work. It may have brought up painful memories I heard of when you were 17 or 18, but it didn't actually attach anything, or your guides cleanse something for you, or you were kind of guided to do some sort of cleansing in your home or for yourself. And that cleansing doesn't have to be like getting out, you know, Florida water and rubbing it everywhere. It could literally have been you needed to journal, or you needed to speak out loud, or you felt like calling someone that you feel really comfortable around and having that chat about something that hurts, and it just moved that energy, and the energy was gone. It didn't do what they thought it would. With that separation coming out as well, that's the energy that they are in. That's the energy they're in. There was also conversations and gossip about you separating from someone, be that a friendship group. I was going to say a family member, it's not. It's like, I don't know if someone's just been through a breakup. You've got to remember that my readings are past, present and future. They're timeless. So this could be happening in present time. This could have happened a year ago. But this is coming back up for a reason. You've got cassette here, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And then heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup. There you go, feeling lost, grieving and mourning. Whoever it is that is playing around with like low vibrational energy, this person I heard has they either have strong religious views, or they have outdated thinking on you. And what it was that used to hurt you or used to press your buttons, that doesn't now, because you've done the healing. You've literally done the healing. And you've got on here, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting and wanting to date. I have a feeling also that this person may have feelings for you. They may have court feelings for you. And that's irrespective of gender. But I'm really getting same sex. They may not be comfortable with expressing what their heart wants, okay? And you've got heartbroken on here. And this person's heartbroken because they know that either you don't feel the same, or if you were to even have felt the same, knowing what they have done or knowing what they're trying to do has just made them the ugliest soul ever. It literally has. Yeah. They're heartbroken. They're heartbroken that they aren't able to climb the ladder like you have. But they're just literally seeing you level up and level up and level up and level up. And they're mad rushing with whatever random, you know, ingredients that they've got from their spiritualist shop, you know, and they've gone online and like, this is how you hex someone, or this is how you do ABC, or they had a mentor and they were like, I can do it better myself, thank you very much. And it went wrong because look, you've got Cupid's arrow in reverse. They tried to do a love spell. Now they tried to do a love spell on you, but there was also something they tried to do. They were trying to block something for you. It was all to do with your heart space. It was when you were going through some sort of separation. So you've got have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. They were trying to block someone from coming in. I feel like, do you know what? When you went through some sort of separation, they may have tried to keep you in some sort of karmic cycle. Or they wanted to keep you in grief because it pushed away another opportunity from coming in. And you've got talking. Interested, conversing more, awaiting, message arrives, text, call, email, and hovering. This is why they're watching you, because they want to see whether or not whoever it is they were trying to keep away from you is staying away from you. Now, I don't know if they know who's supposed to be coming in for you, or if they were just like, do you know what? I'm going to stop this person from being happy. I'm going to stop anything from coming in that will actually make their heart expand. Why though? Why is this person so watching you so much? Because this is crazy energy. Because someone to be that focused on what another person is doing in their life. Like, come on now, we're all adults. You know what, before I do, you want to take the other one. Okay, you want to mix it up. Okay, I will. Give me that. This person's really upset. I don't know if they suffer from depression, but they've hidden from their emotions for a very long time. And I heard he likes you more than them. And I don't know who that is. I feel like this person, you may have got on really well with like their husband or their wife, but just in friend terms. And I feel like at the time they were low-key jealous of that. Waiting for news, package or letter. News is on the way. So there's something coming in about this. Why am I being shown this? Why is this so important? Somebody that they were gossiping with. Somebody who's been watching you online. Somebody who's been like gang stalking and blah, 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 and evil eye and lighting this candle and whatever they were doing. Somebody here is about to come forward and let you know. Okay, whether that is through dream state, whether that is coming and knocking on your door. I know I had address unknown. Return to sender, address unknown. Temporary problems, and then you've got crown. Honor and respect will come to you, but I'm getting temporary problems and crown. You guys need to up your protection when it comes to your crown, or you need to ground yourself a lot more. Okay, someone needs hematite. Someone needs to get the hematite stone. If you don't know what hematite is, give me a second, I will show you. This is hematite. Shiny, metal, very, very heavy, even if you just get a necklace of it, but someone needs to ground. I've also got my labradorite out and amethyst. I feel like someone needs one of both, okay? Something to help ground and something to help balance out your crown chakra. But this cloudy temporary problems and honour and respect will come to you. This person was doing stuff because they thought that it would give them, I keep hearing clout, and it went flipping wrong, because people are seeing you for the beauty that you are. They're seeing how gorgeous your soul is. And they're now seeing this person for who they are. Look, I told you, recognition, reward for merit. They thought that they were going to get something for doing this. And Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. Exactly. And it says someone will try to make you do something against your will. Club. They were bringing in people who were the same as them, who felt down on their luck, that weren't looking into their, you know, their wounds, that were ignoring their shadow, and they thought that they were going to be able to, you know, gang stalk and come up against you and do whatever mad juju, or I'm getting evil eye and a lot of gossip and slander about you. They thought they were going to get all of these people together to all do this mad stuff towards you. Okay, I heard wild. But what happened is you ended up inspiring some of these people in this gossip group. And it says here, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So then, them sending whatever they were sending literally did the opposite. It literally did the opposite, because you've got on here, you should accept valid criticism. Now this may be for you, but it's also whoever it was who was sitting there listening to the gossip and at first agreeing and going, yeah, you're right, look at that person, and rah, 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 and, you know, stank nose and all the rest of it, ended up listening to what you had to say, or reading your blogs, or listening to your podcast, or listening to content and going, do you know what? They're right. They're literally right. I do have this wound over here about blah, blah, blah. And I do compare myself, and I shouldn't do that, because I am beautiful and I am wonderful and I deserve, you know, love and to be validated, and everyone does, you know. And yes, I do need to stand up for myself. And yes, I do need to pour more love into myself. And yes, I do need to be honourable with my words. I do need to be impeccable with my words, because I want to co-create the best life for me. I want to put my best foot forward. Now, they may not have been saying this to whoever this person is, but they were thinking it. And whatever you did, you were helping to change people's minds, okay? People are starting to see this. Now, what I want to do is also get out. I want to know, what was this online hater? What was it that they were feeling triggered or angry about with you? Go back. This one, yeah. Your career. I told you it's a career up level. They don't like that you are getting new beginning after new beginning after new beginning. I feel like they were trying to stop your new beginnings. Now, can I get a month of importance when it comes to these online haters, when it comes to whoever this person is? Stop. Should I go 2 forward? 1, 2, this one. Okay. So I have a feeling, so you're saying 2 the other way. So there's 1 here and 1 here. Right. So you've got February and you've got January. So there seems to be movement. Something important is going to happen between January and February, okay? And that's irrespective of when this is being posted, okay? In January and February, something's going to happen. And I feel like, you want me to put February here for your career. In January, you should accept valid criticism. I feel like in January, someone's going to come forward. And like I said, someone is coming forward to give you some advice on who that is. And it's really up to you whether or not you take that. But it does say that you should accept some sort of valid criticism. But February, there's going to be a really big change, a new beginning in your career. Right now, you still have attachments in some way to whoever this person is. And look, birth or conception of a child or enterprise, and that's coming in February. That's coming in February. Dagger here says fear, worries, and tense situations. That's January. That may be whoever it is that you end up communicating with, or it may be that you're actually given a proper, you know, bird's eye view of who these people are, who they are to you, because I know who they are. I know who they are for me. And I think it's going to be an eye-opener. It might be a tower moment for someone. It may be a tower moment for someone. That's blank. Blank pages. What? The universe doesn't want you to know. The universe does not want you to know anymore. I've been told to put them down, okay? I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you're already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel and you liked what you heard and you'd like to see more, and when I post, please hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And to those who are returning subscribers, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.